The Indian Ocean region, IOR, has become a theater of geopolitical and geostrategic interactions in the 21st century, and various nations, both from within and the extra-regional powers, are deploying the strategic assets in the region. Marine Spatial Planning (MSP) is probably the most effective tool for governance and management for challenges and opportunities in the marine as well as the freshwater systems. The precise mapping of the resources, the quality and availability, concerns of security and sustainability, and many more can really help in their effective and efficient exploitation. All kinds of policy and technology interventions can be deployed using MSP in vast marine and freshwater systems. The UDA framework proposed by the Maritime Research Center (MRC) and Nirthwani Technology Private Limited (NDT) is a unique concept to address multiple challenges and opportunities in the tropical waters of the Indo-Pacific and beyond. The UDA framework has the technology-driven digital transformation at its core. Thus, MSP is better served by the UDA framework to manage the Indo-Pacific construct. Let's dive deep into what is Marine Spatial Planning. MSP is a data-driven process of generating a spatio-temporal real-time application of our marine areas to optimize the human interactions to achieve ecological, economical, and social objectives that have been specified through a governance process. The real-time MSP in the tropical waters require massive acoustic capacity and capability building given the suboptimal sonar performance. The mapping both on the surface and the subsurface require deep appreciation of the acoustic propagation characteristics to generate the spatio-temporal inputs. Along with that, the Environmental Impact Assessment (EIA) has to be inclusive, backed by detailed MSP construct. The ongoing MSP efforts somehow ignore the vast and deep underwater domain. The underwater domain awareness by construct require acoustic capacity and capability to undertake any kind of MSP. The acoustic propagation underwater largely depends on temperature, density, and pressure that impact the sound velocity profile. Building up spatio-temporal maps has its own issues. In terms of availability for inputs and providing actionable inputs for the diverse users, the diversity of applications and the other user requirements makes it extremely complicated to formulate the final forms of the deliverables. On the other hand, there is constant increase in stranding of big whales and the serious acoustic habitat degradation prevalent in the west coast of India. Hence, policy interventions are urgently required. However, in the absence of nuanced cause and effect analysis, such as interventions become difficult. The vested interest groups are able to build narratives that mislead the policymakers and local communities. In order to solve these issues, the proposed UDA framework has multiple innovative contributions for real impact on governance and technology development. Number 1. The huge network of AIS systems across the world gives us a very cost-effective means to scale up this model for the entire world. Number 2. The addition of the local tropical underwater channel model is a big addition to bring focus into the tropical waters and the Indo-Pacific region. Number 3. The digital transformation with focus on acoustic signal processing will allow far more science and technology inclusion into policy interventions and governance mechanisms. Number 4. The International Maritime Organization (IMO) has already taken cognition of the unique tropical characteristics and is now considering a regional framework. Number 5. The real-time data-driven and quantitative and qualitative analysis of local site-specific inputs will go a long way in building digital infrastructure for effective policy and technology interventions, along with the acoustic capacity and capability building. The regulators can monitor long-term sustainability impact using various digital tools to derive MSP outputs. Micro and macro MSP tools need to be developed using digital and more advanced tools across the underwater region. A way ahead, the Geographic Information System (GIS) based systems have become very popular these days to manage the marine spatial planning. MSP based on the mapping tools for surface information. The comprehensive MSP is the tropical waters of the Indian Ocean region IOR will require a nuanced approach. The UDA framework, as discussed above, can certainly enhance the effective realization of the MSP and corresponding governance mechanism for the entire maritime space.